Oh shit. Oh no. Oh yeah. Sorry. I gotta make it as inoffensive as possible. I have a microphone that is going to do the thing. Anyway, hi! I am Zoeybuttons on the internet. Although I don't think I'm allowed to call myself Zoeybuttons on a single platform, so it's usually Zoeybuttons Twitter for Twitter, Zoeybuttons I guess for Instagram, and well, it's supposed to be Instagram, but I put IG, and so I remember it as I guess. Anyway, I do several things. I make art, and I do a lot of hiking. I go for just way too many walkies, but I'm not complaining. Tonight I'm going to make a bunch of art, but for this video I'm going to work with a blank canvas and start something brand new. And then while stuff is drying for that canvas, because that's going to happen a lot because I'm working with paint, I'm going to work on this, which is a project I'm already kind of started on. It's just a blue canvas with some white clouds and a little creepy little bat poppet thing. You can see my art behind me. I have creepy poppets. I like to think of them as my summons. You know, I like to make little summons for people and then give them away, or I don't know. I was thinking about taking a bunch of little cards and going on my hikes and hiding them like little geocaches, and then having people find them if they watch the videos. Anyway, let's see. Where am I starting? I'm going to consult the tome because I have no idea where to start. I am nervous. So let's look at the tome and see what ideas we have in here. Angels, demons, a thief, which is really interesting because I don't know how to draw hoods. They're very difficult, and I only really started drawing about a year ago, so I'm still struggling along those lines. I obviously had several ideas for this picture, and I committed to all 3 or 4 of them, and they are overlapping, and it's not my favorite thing to look at here. Lots of practice. Okay, see that? That's cute. I like that. The little wizard with buttons and stuff, because it's got my buttons. And it's got magic. And all art that makes you feel something is magic. Anyway. Yeah, I kind of dig that. I think I might steal that idea from myself. There's some pretty neat ones in here, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I think I have an idea. I know what I want to do. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I didn't play a whole lot of Mario outside of Mario Kart Wii. That's the truth. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know much about Mario, so I'm not gonna draw Mario characters. However, I do like those bob-ombs because I've seen Scott Pilgrim and Sex Bob-omb. Huh? So I'm gonna draw a bob-omb, but in my style, and add a bunch of stuff until it's not a bob-omb anymore, and it's just a bomb with button eyes and maybe bat wings, because I think those are cute and nifty. Yes, indeed. I don't know where a pencil is. Okay, well, you know, I could use a colored pencil, because it doesn't really matter. It's not like I'm gonna be erasing anything anyway. Yeah, no, so this would make a lot more sense if you could see what it is I'm doing, but that's not really the point. More or less, I was just thinking it would be fun to draw and do stuff and talk while I do it, because it's fun to watch me struggle. And I think all art is a struggle, and that's kind of the whole point of it. And even if my art is really crappy and terrible and awful, at least it's real, and it's not made by artificial intelligence. So, I think bombs have like a little... I don't really spend a whole lot of time looking at cartoon bombs, which is a damn shame because there's probably some great references. I just imagine they have these weird little lips and then the string with the freaking thingy on it. I don't know. The string that you light on fire and it starts like sparking everywhere. That's the thingy, by the way. The sparks are the thingy. Let's see. Yeah, that looks better. And then we can do one of these, and one of those, and one of these, and one of those, and one of these. Oh, I forgot how to draw triangles. If you can believe it, I have no idea what I'm doing. But that's okay. Because that's the point of art. You don't know what you're doing. And then you send it out into the world. And like 5 people look at it, and you look back at those 5 people and you say, thank you, that means a lot, because I will remember the day that I only had 5 people like my stuff, and it means a lot. They're helping me record this stuff right now, which is pretty freaking great. But yeah. Okay. It's gonna be, like, probably impossible to see, but, like, I do have a kind of outline for it. You don't have to move the zoom, it's okay. I think it might be important to, like, draw over it with Sharpie, because otherwise it's probably not going to show up on camera. But I want to get to painting already. Kind of odd, because I did this a little different. I started the sketch before I added any color, whereas this, I painted like cloud stuff, and then started drawing over that, which I thought was neat. I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, okay. Not like I have an overabundance of Sharpies, but I'm gonna go over this with Sharpies so we can see a better outline of it. Cool, cool, cool. Noises of struggle. I'm not gonna be able to caption anything ever because I just talk in captions. For someone who spends way too much time on the internet, I actually don't know much about the internet. I clearly don't know what I'm doing. And I'm okay with that. Failing forward. Oh my god, when I emphasize that we are indeed failing forward, failing is the important part here, because holy crap, you cannot see what I can, and I am questioning my abilities as an artist. You little mistake of not nature. I don't count as nature. Right? No? No, I don't get to be nature? Shucks. One could say I'm a force of nature, right? Crickets. Okay, well, you know. Listen, I don't mind being the force of chaos. That's a fucking cool title. I swear I'm getting this outline done as fast as I can so I can show you. Oh no. Unfortunately, speed is not in my arsenal. I am not a very fast girl. I do things very slow. And embarrassingly. Gloriously the whole time, but embarrassingly nonetheless. I have permission to go back and cringe at myself. These things, they are true. Oh yeah, I'm really liking how this is coming out. I'm like trying to speed do this because for some reason I thought, you know what makes for really fun videos? Me cramped over a table and trying to bust out my best art I can. Which isn't to say I'm complaining. I actually do find this really fun. This is peak. What we do to one side, we must do to the other, just like in math. What am I talking about? Excellent question. I have no freaking idea. Alright. I added some shading with the Sharpie, and I'm starting to realize I don't know why I did that, because, like... Okay, well, almost there, almost there. I can show you in a second. We're going there. We're going as fast as we can. We're running out of time. What's our time? That's 12. Okay, cool. Damn, this is some pretty good progress for 12, I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of pleased with myself. Why yes, you can click on my video to listen to me boast about myself. Ad infinitum. You like the way I said ad infinitum? I don't even know why I did that. This is supposed to be like an explosion, right? So like, the rope, oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're looking at me like, you're the one drawing it, moron! You're right. Yeah. This probably shows on camera a little better. Also, technically, it's a painting, because I'm gonna use paint, I swear. But right now, it's just a Sharpie. If a painting using paint is a painting, then this is a Sharpieing. Anyway, I'm gonna... You look baffled by that one. Yeah. You think that through. Give you something to mull over. Mull spelled M-U-L-L. I still got it. As I've learned from one of my girlfriends, thicker lines make for better times. So I will be adding thicker lines on my little button bomb. Button bomb! Also, it does help that I haven't played a bunch of Mario, because I forget what the freaking bombs even look like, to be honest. I just think of a cartoon bomb. Like, it could have had a freaking Cuphead face for all I know. I don't really care. But I do appreciate the art that has come before me, so I can make this. Yeah. Soak it anyway. I've, like, exhausted myself. No, I'm not exhausted. I've, like, exhausted of myself. I'm sitting over here like, this girl is talking for too darn long. She just goes on and on and on. That was the sassiest face I could give you. I forgot I had coffee. Oh my god, okay, alright. So the thing is, you gave me yellow, blue, and red. So the thing is, I don't really know how to work with these colors, and honestly, I kind of want to cheat and use different ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop for a second, and we're going to find other paints and replace the battery. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Hopefully that's synced up good. I started outlining this because we've discovered that the batteries are actually running out on the camera. We had another battery, but it was nearly dead. So it's charging, and we're probably just going to end up juggling. I don't know what I'm doing explaining all this instead of working really fast, because we're running out of time. Ah! But I like to work on a time crunch. That's literally like when things make sense and I can focus on stuff. It's why I do all my homework, or did all my homework last minute. I stayed in school for much longer than I would have expected, to be honest. But that was back when I was like, intelligence. The thing I lack. I must chase down this thing and be smart again. Again? I don't know why I said again. And be smart. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. Oh, that's gonna be hell in the microphone. I'm so sorry. I'm realizing now that just doing little bits where we just kind of pop in to check on the art, not a bad idea. Also, we do have it outlined, which I think is pretty neat. As a matter of fact, I may just want to work with that. I should mention, these are paint pens. So, ha! There is paint. Not like I'm not going to use like a paintbrush and, you know, paint and stuff. But the point is there's paint. Okay, cool. Alright, shucks. Shuckaroonies. I don't really know what else to outline this with. Probably the pink paint that I put out for myself. That's... Yeah. Yeah. We're doing great. I said, oh honey, earlier, and I cannot stop thinking of it every time I keep messing up on something. Okay, here we go. Yeah, time-lapse might be the call for this one. Also, a larger brush might be the call. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm trying to use different types of pink, which was not what I was expecting for the bomb one, but it's all love bomb. Why not? Also, I'm kind of thinking that the bomb looks a little boring, so we might need to change it and add some things, do some things. Oh my god. I know so much about painting. I'm using the same brush for everything. All of it. I probably shouldn't be, because it looks funky. But I like funky, so that's my fault. I promise I'll use a different brush, I swear. I'll get you the money. I swear. I don't know why I'm, like, I literally have a table. I don't know why I've elected not to use the table at all. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's about... as much as I'm willing to put up with. I'm over it. I'm done. That's just too much pink. Good heavens, I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, I've kind of come into a conundrum. I was thinking about doing blue on the other side, because pink and blue is yummy, and also, like, pink, white, and blue, like, come on. Anyway. Now I'm not so sure, because I'm kind of liking the light pink and the dark pink, and I do have some white already right here. I'm gonna do some mischief and bring the white paint into the pink paint and make it a different pink. Ooh, okay, well, shucks. It looks washed out and weird. More white paint. Yeah, this makes more sense. This isn't gonna come out weird. It's gonna look perfect. And I'm not gonna be disappointed in myself for this. Not one bit. That's not looking as, like, strawberry milk to me as it is one of those Go-Gurt packets that's been out for a little too long. It's been ages since I've had Go-Gurt. What am I talking about? Okay. Oh, it's beautiful! Okay, never mind. I don't know what I was talking about. It looks fantastic. Oh, it matches the shade of the pen I was using. I'm so happy. I mean, I knew what I was doing the entire time. Shouldn't have doubted me for a second. Fools! Okay. I really wonder how much of this audio is just... God, I hope it's not too much. I'm so sorry if it's too much. I love art. I love it so much. I'm so happy all the time. Okay, it's looking like we're getting there, if I'm 100% honest. Okay, there's kind of like a cool cartoony look going on here. Where is that good? Yeah. Where it looks not colored in, and I kind of like that. And I might kind of stick with that because I think that's cool. I still think it looks a little boring, and it needs fixing. Because somebody decided not to add eyeliner to her balm. It was me. I didn't do it. I forgore several steps because I was like, the camera's on, I should freak out. And now I'm over it because it's just like, here in my garage, doing the thing I would be doing anyway. I would really, 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 really like, if anyone is watching, to have questions. Like, I would like to answer questions, especially in the next video. It would be really cool to collect a bunch of comments and questions and stuff from the comments and answer them. I think that would be neat. Okay, I don't know what I am doing now. I'm just adding in some dynamic white spots in the air. I see you don't know what that means. Quick thing, neither do I. But we do have a working piece of art here, which I'm kind of thrilled with how it's coming out. Angle's a little funky. Like this could be like that, and that a little more. And maybe a little less dolphin-y shape right there. Well, I freaking hate dolphins. Yeah, there you go. So, I think this might be... Yeah, what's up?
You want to do dark streaks like you have on the left or like on the right?
Yeah. I just didn't have a unadulterated version of the paint. Unadulterated? Unchanged?
Unaltered?
You can... Unaltered? Yeah, unaltered. You can tell I don't know what words mean. I'm still practicing. It's going great. Thanks for checking in. Yep. Ooh, that's like not the way I wanted it. Ooh, that looks like crap. Ooh, that looks like crap. Okay. Oh my god, it's coming together! Oh, it's beautiful. She's gorgeous. I love her. Now let's add, the things that we said we were gonna add. Now that the paint is wet, why would I do that? That's freaking stupid. Okay, whatever. We're gonna add them anyways. It doesn't matter. I don't really care. Yes I do, but we're gonna pretend that I don't. For like half a second. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I like to make a mess with my art. Like, I know. Bad. You should be drawing within the lines and doing as so you would with a coloring book. But I was never good at coloring books. I freaking struggle to pay attention. Screw your freaking coloring books. I'm out of here. Also, because it's a poppet, my hand is wet with paint. Because it is a poppet, it's gotta have its little stitches. It's gotta have its little stitches, or else what's the freaking point? Okay. Okay, I'm really liking the way it's come out. I added things. It's good. It's doing great. Finishing touches, because the biggest brush I got, some black paint that I had prepared and totally didn't dry up. But Zoe, why are you doing that? Why are you just smearing paint? Sorry. I got so focused. Why are you just smearing black paint instead of doing it meticulously and stylistically? Because sometimes the style is the chaos and the messiness of it. This message was brought to you by something to do with Bob Ross. Yeah. Oh, it's all coming together. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, and she is beautiful. She's coming together. She's looking really, actually she's looking a little, needs some attention in certain locations. I know what I'm doing. 110%. Okay, it's done. Voila. I have completed a painting, and I plan to do many more. I like them a lot. I love painting. Let me know if you like it. You can also let me know if you think it's a big old piece of shit. That's okay. Art is subjective, and I'm okay with that. But I personally think it makes a fine addition. Holy crap, I don't know what I'm doing. To the garage! Oh, it's not visible, is it? No. Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep it here. Oh, it's got spider webs now. Ooh. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this other painting that I thought I was gonna be working on. I didn't. But it's cool because this one did get done, and for what it's worth, that's worth a damn. I was gonna do more to the bum, and then I looked at it and went, she's beautiful. I can't do that. Not to her. She's perfect. So we're gonna keep her as she is, and move on. I hope you've enjoyed. Really. Thanks for letting me lock you up in my garage for a little bit. I'm not gonna let you leave. I'm gonna show you another painting, so just stay tuned and stay seated. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye, I'll see you next time.